For this video, we're actually going to show how I cut these out. Punch the triangle holes, drill out the screws, and get them all ready to be fitted onto the control box. Also, we're going to go over making the little brass plate here and how it was done. It's milled out, so it's actually textured. So this is the abomination that is my triangle punch. I've got 2 pieces of tool steel triangle that have been ground down. This side I've got a few parts that are put in, screwed in place, held down. They're mild steel, but I'm only cutting aluminum, so I don't think it's a big deal. Pins to guide everything, somewhat at least. Got the stock, just lays in here. This piece goes up here. The whole thing goes into the press. And then you spend the next 5 minutes getting it all apart. And that's pretty much it. That guy stuck under there. Actually makes a nice clean set of triangles that are well aligned. I've already set up the depth stop and everything. So let's go ahead and get the drilling. As you can see, there's not much room. After a lot of screwing around, I finally was able to get this set up. I got all of these pieces, the triangles punched in them. They're all consistent. There's still a little bit of tool marks. I still got some cleanup to do. I'm going to try doing, let me see, I still got to do this final piece here. That one's relatively straightforward. I'm not too worried about that. And I got to do the brass cover here. And I'm still going to do a little bit of cleanup in here and countersink these. I'm just waiting for some countersinks to show up. So once those show up, I'll be able to countersink these. This part here shouldn't take me more than a couple hours at the most to finish up. You know, maybe a night. May have those done tonight, not sure. Actually, I won't do those tonight. I think I'm going to do the brass covers tonight. I cut the brass down to about 6 inches. Didn't really do a hard measurement. That'll give me plenty. They're only about a little over a ½ inch in the end, so I'll only end up using about half of this. I'm going to go ahead and cut the whole thing anyway. I've got this mounted up in here. It's up on parallels. I took and put a indicator over here on the quill, and then I ran an indicator all along here. It's about a 1/4 thou difference end to end. I think I'm gonna be okay with that. We're gonna do some cuts. If nothing else, I'll be able to cut the 5 out of one end or the other. Basically, one end is going to end up being deeper than the other end by about 5 thou, a little less than 5 thou. So I'm going to go ahead and change out the end mill. But I'm finally getting down to the point where these are looking like they'll be able to be finished. It's been a long road, and of course it's always these last little details that are the worst. Getting this set up has been difficult, more time consuming, and you know, trying to take a shortcut because I only needed to do 5 versus go through all the trouble of creating an actual, you know, punch that would actually create these triangles in the right size and everything. I was hoping that I could just kind of, you know, even if I had to make 10 and pick out the best 5, but I wasn't able to get even one that was acceptable. Went through, made the entire punch, and was able to run through these. I think I ended up making 6 and throwing one of them out, and didn't even really matter one way or the other. I think they were all pretty much consistent. Cleaned them all up in the mill, stacked them together.